seated in a 2009 Premio. Nabagamba, this is the Premio. If you want to buy a Premio right now, this is the Premio. What you can about the progress ye benzi yo mwavu. Kati Premio. Ye benzi yo muntu atayagala kwewa bisi. I remember I told you, if you're buying cars, Toyota and Lexus #1, Subaru #3, #2, and then Mercedes-Benz should be #3. And then you can buy all the other cars as #4. What do I like about this particular Premio? First of all, it feels like you're driving a car. Now, the kind of person I am, I'm used to driving the small cars, but this particular one doesn't feel like it's a small car. Now, this Premio has the 2ZR engine. This is the same engine you'll find in a Toyota Premio, yeah? The same engine you'll find in a Toyota Premio. A very powerful engine, yet fuel saving. Now, this has a dual VVTi. Now, dual VVTi came after the VVTi, the normal VVTi we know. And then after dual VVTi came the Valvematic. Now, what makes the engine different is something I can probably tell you later on. But now, this has a dual VVTi, very good on the fuel, but I love the kind of comfort you get. It's very comfortable. I love, okay, most of the other small Toyota cars, the saloons, have the feel is of a feel of what you would call a normal car. This is of a feel of a Mercedes-Benz. I love the finish. The finish is not the cheap finish. Remember when I was talking about the Rawoom, I talked about how I don't like the finish. I don't like the seats. Now, I've told you time and again that the SUVs are comfortable, but the saloons are much more comfortable because the saloons were literally made for comfort. Now, the seats hug you, both as you sit at the bottom where you sit and also where you put your back. It hugs you, as you can see, that it's actually hugging me on both sides. This car doesn't feel the potholes. No, it doesn't. I'm not a very careful driver, but of course I'm careful, but much more careful than the regular person. But it doesn't feel the potholes the way you would ideally feel potholes our small cars that we're used to. Now, I had someone saying that Ruachi or Muntu Ayagara Premio Jigure Sente Nyingi Tagura Allion. The experience of the Allion is the experience of the normal Corolla. But this Premio is actually a Corona. Anyone that knows Toyotas knows that Corolla is the basic. Corona is a little bit, is non-basic actually, because even the crowns are all Coronas. But this, for a person that is looking for comfort, yet you're also getting fuel efficiency, you're getting the luxury of a Mark X at the fuel consumption of a Romeo. Yeah, I love the way this car handles on the road. I love the way it feels when you're seated in it. Like I said, the reason why these cars are comfortable is now I'm trying to lift the seat so that it goes a little up. Yeah, I think that's the extreme that go. And then the reason why this car is a little comfortable is because the ground clearance is small. What this means is that the car is actually seated on the suspension. The SUVs are not actually seated on the suspension. The SUVs are actually seated on the chassis. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's really tall and long, so it has to sit on something before the suspension comes. But this particular one is already seated, then they put the suspension. So you see the suspension actually suspends this car. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's in my understanding, this car is already low, so they use the suspension to lift it up. So that makes it a little much more comfortable than the regular cars. Now, it's showing us that it drives 5.2 kilometers per liter. Now, but as I speak right now, in a Moroka Mijiraba, in a Moroka Tuakajigura, still new, yeah? So it basically hasn't really what the scientists call recalibration. I think it's calibration. You know, when you buy something and then you take it to someone that understands it, a technician, to make sure that it calculates the right way it's supposed to calculate. So this one hasn't really done that calibration because it's literally not even a week old. And the driving experience is really nice. Yeah, so go barage maso. Barage how it feels. Show them the dashboard. Now this dashboard is not the Raum solid kind of dashboard. It has curves, a little bit of curves, not as much curves, but you know, for the feel that I get in this car, you actually want to feel like you're a man. Yeah, when you're driving this Premio. So that's kind of the difference. It has the wooden finish here, which I kind of like. This makes it look premium. And this is actual wood. This is not just for mica. This is actual wood. It has actual wood here. It has actual wood on the window controls here, and it also has actual wood on the steering wheel. Premium. It's only premium cars that have actual wood. It's totally okay. But these actually have actual wood. Now, why do the people that buy the Premios actually buy the Premios? Okay, let me give you a number of reasons why the people that buy the Premios buy them. One, the Premio is a premium Toyota. It's not like it doesn't get to the level of the Crown, but it's actually a premium. It's actually a premium Toyota. So anybody that wants to drive it, you remember the days of the Premio old model, yeah? The Premio old model used to be the premium of that level. Then they brought the new Premio X, and then the Sea Light, and then this came, yeah. And I've told you guys time and again, if you want to be driving a Premio, this is the Premio you should be buying. But this is the Premio right now. If I were to buy the Premio, this is the thing. This is the car that I'm going to be buying. And the reason is, of course, it's expensive. But of all the cars that I find to be overpriced, I don't find the Premio to be overpriced. This car is worth all the money. It's worth all the money because this is the car that you'll be driving or parking you want to, and tell him to agenda kunyoma nti you're driving a cheap car. You get, so if you're a corporate person, CEO, CFO, CMO, or whatever that is, the chairman of the board, this is one car that you'll drive. And of course, people will say probably you get a lot of money, and they say, but this is the car you're going to fuga lateria kunyoma. But the thing is, Zanjauru, waliwo eza soka, of course I'll show you the difference where with Kanira, but waliwo eza soka ezina amanda agali flat, okay? Then wadawo, this particular one that we have, of course it's single kuzawula gemandaga go mumaso. Now, if for example we get close, let's get close to this other Premio. Now that's the first one. That's like the 2008. Exactly. Gafana Nagati. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you what we have in this particular Premio. Ziba kumpi zezimu, ochitegera, but za ukanamu in the finish. As the years advance, like you know how Toyota has been doing its thing. As the years advance, what they do is that they simply change the physique. But you sengere morokeno jefana namu. They come to the interior, they modify it. They go to the exterior, they modify it, and yeah, that's what they do. So now it's actually showing 6.5 kilometers per liter. Kati 6.7 kilometers per liter. Kati wetanze okukalibrating isigambo chonchi manyi direct stake anaye adokumanya nti ntandikira wano oba ntandikira ku calibration oba ku calibration Mungu yamanyi. But anyway, kati erinye 6.8 kilometers per liter. That's the average, eh? That's the average. Come show them the average. So that's where you see the average. There. The average is 6.9 kilometers now. To I'm saying 5 point something, now we have 6 point something. And of course, in one see the trip over to after the full time to Akafuga, 7 kilometers per liter. Now for the guys that have the cars that give you this average, you're lucky. And of course it's using the eco mode. I wanted to test it and see when doesn't it give you the eco mode. And I'm going to test that briefly. So, but you need to know that I'm driving below 2,000 revs per minute, like I've always told you. Below 2,000 revs per minute. Now, of course, this car has both the sport mode and it has the B which is like the gear that will give you a chiboli or chitegera. Yeah, and then the sport mode gives you ultra performance, like if you want to overtake someone or chitegera. Emotoka zedda zabanga pesa ya overdrive, but these modern cars don't have overdrive button. They actually have the sport mode. The sport mode, I've tried it in my small cars, and the sport mode is something else. It gives you that ultra performance. Iretandikira mu revs enkumi ssatu okitegeera. Let's see, now it's 7.4 kilometers per liter. Let's see hakati eke vuddeko. Let's see. Yeah, but I love how this car feels. You know, there's nothing that says I'm classy like wooden finish. For the guys that don't know why wooden finish is, why I say wooden finish, wooden things actually mean class. Try and go and buy wooden tiles for your house. That's when you will know that nobody can stop reggae. Wooden tiles are more expensive than the ceramic tiles that we put in our houses. I've tried to buy them before, and they're just too expensive. I just want to drive near a girl and I see how she looks at me, but the girls are with borders. I wanted to see how they look at me when I'm driving a Premio versus how they look at me when I'm in my Vitz. I wanted to look at and see. But anyway, I love how this car handles. It's really firm on the road. It's firm on the road. It shields you from a lot of the noise from outside. Let me just test it a little. Feel? It shields you from a lot of the kerere from outside. Yeah. And of course, this is one of the cars that you're supposed to drive on the SC full time if you're going to maintain the value of this car, because in the category that's something that you should never forget. First of all, in the bond, it's about 40 million. Yeah. So it means if you're going to drive it for a year and want to upgrade, you're going to want to sell it at about 30-something million. How many Ugandans have 30-something million for buying a used car? So if you're going to be selling it to someone at that amount, then definitely ugenda kuba ojja kwagala oseere kati tugenda kuseera kintu kibi. So this car is supposed to be driven with AC full time all the time. Yeah, but I overall the experience of driving the Premio is, but it's stable. It's stable. I love the soundproofing. I love the finish. There's wooden finish everywhere, and then it has plenty of storage, coins, bottle, paper towels. Of course, all Toyotas have this small storage thing here. Why it's for what? And of course, yes, the steering rack, like all modern Toyotas, you can basically move it up, put it down, put it up, put it back up. Yeah. So that's the Toyota. It has a CVT gearbox, of course. And the CVT, I find, is one of the most delicate parts on all these modern cars. Once the CVT gearbox gets a leakage, because then you have to start buy expensive CVT gearbox oil. And then, of course, on the channel, someone said they bought a Rumion from the bone, and then their mechanic told them, to Jose gearbox. After washing the gearbox, then I buy CVT gearbox 500k, and the guy said I don't have the money, and then the mechanic said Bobato Zina said the gearbox again for Monaco Nyoba Mwezi. Like I said, you buy a car that has a CVT gearbox, drive. Make sure it doesn't get a leakage, and as long as it doesn't have a leakage, just drive your car. Usitegera muganda wange. So guys, what do I like about this particular Premio? It has a very handsome look, feminine but also handsome, very executive. The wooden finish goes all the way here, and then it goes all the way here, and then it goes, and of course, like the Toyota storage, it goes. You have plenty of storage. Let me show you. Come behind. And of course, it gives you plenty. Of space if you're seated behind. and very comfortable. Still, the seats will hug you, they hug you. And then, of course, the wooden finish here behind, and of course, the chromey finish. Now, of course, this is not metal, but still, it's really executive. And then storage up in here. Now, this particular one doesn't give you AC in the rear or climate control, but still, it's very much comfortable. And of course, it takes 3 passengers. One passenger can sit here, and then the other one all the way the other side. Very comfy. You wouldn't have failed to love the Premio. Of course, it has the 2 ZR engine. Now this is dual VVTi. This comes a little before. It comes before the Valvematic, and then after the normal VVTi. The Valvematic system will be attached here to a Valvematic. But still, again, it gives you a lot of fuel economy.